It took the 12-person jury about a day and a half to conclude that Stephen Pirko is guilty of the second-degree murder of Chris Ausman. The verdict was delivered Saturday at 11 a.m., 7 weeks after the trial began. Ausman's body was found by police on the Highway 33 sidewalk in the early hours of January 25, 2014. He'd been killed by blunt force trauma to the head by 3 separate strikes. While Pirko was identified as a suspect days after the death, he wasn't arrested until almost 3 years later. Shortly after the arrest, he confessed to killing Ausman with a hammer. During the trial, Pirko said he'd only been trying to protect his friend Elric Dick, who had been losing a fight to Ausman. The jury ultimately concluded Pirko's actions weren't justified. As the verdict was read, Ausman's mother, who attended almost every trial date, broke down in tears. Pirko's lawyer, Jordan Watt, said he was surprised by the verdict.
I am surprised by the verdict. It's a tough situation. You guys have heard the evidence. Obviously, we're talking about an altercation that happened, and there were many issues that the jury had to deal with, but Mr. Pirko was on the stand for 5 days, and that's the type of person he is. So obviously when you've got alcohol and drugs that influence your behavior, unfortunately things like this happen, but you saw him for 5 days. He didn't change. That's the type of kid he is.
Second-degree murder carries an automatic life sentence with no possibility of parole for at least 10 years. But Saturday, the jury recommended Pirko be ineligible for parole for 12 years. Justice Alan Betton will ultimately decide on Pirko's sentence, which will come later in the summer. For Castanet News here in Kelowna, I'm Nick Johansson.